we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. I'm your host, Letitia Yofo. If you guys have not already joined the fam, please make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button and click the bell right next to it. Dink! That way you guys are notified every time I go live. What's up, everybody? We have a lot to discover, a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into it. Everything's in the description box down below that you may need. Follow me on all social media platforms. We are going live because we have our solar eclipse, literally that just occurred probably this morning if you're on 8:42 a.m. If you are on the Pacific Standard Time like me. Okay, we do have a new moon in Libra, okay, that is happening literally like within an hour. Actually, it is in Libra. No, it is right now in Libra, okay? New moon energy, though, will be at 10 degrees. Talk about that in a moment. Also, we do have a grand water trine that's occurring with Mars, Venus, and Saturn. Okay, so I will be discussing all of these things. Plus, I would like you to find out what your rising sign is. So you should already have your chart. You should already know these things if you follow my channel. If not, it's super simple, super easy. You can get your chart pulled up for free. I use astroseek.com, astro-seek.com. There's two of them. Also, we're going to be discovering, so what's happening, how to alchemize the energy by utilizing your rising sign. And then I will also do a collective spread. And I'm going to talk about money and career. I'm going to pull some moon cards. We're going to do some tarot astrology. Oh, and our romance deck. Let's do that. We got to pull, because it's all about relationships as well. It's really highlighting right now, and I'm going to tell you all of it. So do what you need to do. Grab whatever your favorite beverage is. I have mine today, which is my mate again. So we have high energy, everybody. And you may need to take some notes, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull up the charts. All right, guys. So this is an impromptu. I didn't even tell you guys when I was going to do this actual spread. The sun is shining, honey, let me tell you. Okay. We are glistening today. So let's go ahead and dive into it. I do have our charts pulled up. Today is October 2nd, depending on where you are at in the world, you guys, okay? We are a whole lot of air energy happening right now. Like I said earlier, we have the sun, we have the moon, and we also have Mercury and Lilith all in the same sign of Libra happening right now, okay? Let me go into the details too, because this is like literally a cosmic cocktail of balance, tons of shadow work, and the relationship feels, honey, okay? So click that like button. So we have a major conjunction function due to all the degrees. Right now, the sun is 10 degrees. When it's a new moon, the new moon will be at 10 degrees. Kind of close by, we have conjuncting. We have Mercury is 11 degrees, and we also have Lilith at 10 degrees. So they're all in this little clusterfuck, okay? So let's kind of talk about it. If you guys don't realize what the solar eclipse is anyways, you guys always hear it on social media, pretty much for the most part. It's when the moon moves between the earth and the sun, you guys, okay? So it's blocking the sunlight for a little bit. But since it's a new moon, this is not just your regular new moon. It's kind of like turbocharged new moon. Think of it like that, okay, on cosmic steroids. So the energy is very powerful. We literally just had another eclipse when it was full moon in Pisces. We're going to have another one, later on coming up. It's going to be in Aries, I think. So this is a huge sense of endings, beginnings, and change, all of it, okay? It's a reset button for life, okay? But not in a soft, subtle way, honey, let me tell you. It's been hit in. Has life been lifing for you guys? It's been lifing for me, okay? It also may be peaceful for some, okay? But eclipses normally tend to really push us out of our comfort zone, okay? Into the place where we need to go. And it's whether you like it or not. So why does Libra matter during this time? Let's really talk about it. Remember, Libra's ruled by Venus. So it's all about balance and harmony. Like I said, relationships, money, justice, all of these things. So, because Venus is the planet of love, beauty, aesthetics, value, okay, your value, what you value. So when the solar eclipse happens in Libra, these are the themes that are going to play a major part, why can't I talk, in the spotlight. So think relationships, whether they're romantic, situationships, side piece ships, friendships, business partnerships, whatever ship you're sailing, work, like I said, and the way we handle equality, the way that we treat, you know, how are we being fair? Do we even have the capacity to withstand any certain things? So it's kind of like your tolerance level at this point is what it needs to be, okay? It needs all to be equal in our lives right now is what it's showing us. So what does this do for you, okay? Now, like I said, it's going to be a relationship wake-up call, whether you're in one or not, or whether it's business, friendship, as I mentioned earlier. Now, think of the eclipse energy loves to shake things up, and you have Libra that's involved, and you can really expect some big changes in your relationships if you haven't already, okay? Maybe you've been holding on to something toxic. Maybe there's something that you need to release, okay? Maybe you need to deepen a bond. You know, either way, this eclipse is definitely going to show you what's working and what hasn't been working, okay? And it's making you push to be decisive. Remember, Libra can be indecisive, so we don't want to be that. We want to know. And when you trust within yourself and you have the confidence, then when you make decisions, you will be more foot on the ground with that, okay? So whether it's love, work, even how you treat yourself, you know, this eclipse energy will definitely not let you sit on the fence, okay? I feel like my brain has so much to say, my mouth's not catching up. So you'll feel that push to really take action where you have been dragging your goddamn feet, okay? Let's talk about it. It's like, you know, I swear, with anything that's imbalanced, it's going to show you, it's going to be crystal clear. You'll definitely see that. You may even deepen some bonds, deepen some connections. You might see yourself working through something you probably wouldn't have in your past. You know, many changes are occurring right now, and it's like a do or die feeling in a sense. Either way, you know, it's that push that we all need, especially when it comes to self-love, self-worth. Also, since Libra does rule beauty and value, you know, this eclipse is going to make you really question, how have you been treating yourself? You know, are you giving yourself the love that you deserve? Have you been compromising, overcompensating, just doing too much for others? So it's showing you it's really time to hone in on what are some things that you have been slacking or lacking in to make you, you know, bring it all together pretty much for the most part. So are you giving yourself the love that you deserve? You know, it's really, really time. Start showing up for yourself, and in a way that feels, of course, balanced for you, okay? So what does this mean on a global standpoint? What's happening in the world? Because I know you guys been watching the media, from Diddy to Trump to wherever, politics, you name it, Kamala, whatever it is. I know you guys have been watching everything, the strike, the ports, and all the things. Yes, I do pay attention. I just don't dive deep into that. However, it's good to be aware, right? So on a global scale, this solar eclipse in Libra is kind of like the universe is clearly hitting a refresh, reset, with all the things that have been revealed to us. All the lies, you know, all the conspiracy theories aren't theories anymore, right? So now how are we going to deal with receiving fairness and justice within all of these things? How can we become equal? Okay, so Libra wants fairness. That's the energy that's playing out. So you see a lot of people, this is why people are on strike with the ports and so on and so forth, okay? It feels as if a lot of things are out of whack, okay, but it's happening for a reason. The eclipse could trigger these big shifts that are occurring right now, making us deal with them, okay? So we may see more attention to issues like social justice, partnerships between countries, big movements, everybody's pushing for it, okay? Libra energy is all about creating peace, but sometimes it can break things down. So first, in order to really get there, right? So what could we really experience as a collective? You know, breakups or makeups, okay? Relationship central right now is occurring, okay? Just to let you know. It's bringing relationships to the forefront, you guys, just checking it out. So if you're in a situation that's out of balance, it's going to make you kind of balance it all out, okay? It's just the way that it is, all right? So expect your connections to be tested, just FYI. Hold on. Give me 1 second. And okay, so where was I at? Relationships. Some relationships may end, okay? Some ships may end, you guys, while others will get stronger. So where are you at on the totem pole of that? But only if they're built on fairness and equality, period, okay? Sudden changes in your social circle could occur, okay? Friends that you used to have, you may not have anymore. You might find yourself distancing yourself from certain people, or you might be pulling closer to those who truly get you, okay? Now, Libra's all about partnerships, so this eclipse, of course, we're all going to see, like I said, friend groups, business connections, especially when it comes to career, especially when it comes to the justice system, you guys. Like I said, Libra likes to play fair ball, so there could be a sudden switch in your job. You know, you might work a little bit more, you might go higher ranked, you might go to a different department, you might leave that job, start your business, or, you know, your business might be thriving right now. You may, you know, depending on where you're at, you might feel undervalued or overlooked. It's gonna push you to make bold career moves, okay? Especially if you're envisioning your life a certain way and you haven't matched that frequency yet. It's going to put a light bulb on that, okay? So finally ask yourself, what do you deserve? You may have reservations about certain things. You may have set new boundaries for yourself. There's some things that you just will not comply with anymore, and that will be at the forefront. It's kind of like having an inner harmony check. Okay, just look at it like that. So this might mess with your inner balance system, just FYI. But if you've been people pleasing too much, you'll notice that. If you've been trying to avoid conflicts, you know, but I feel as if it's like putting yourself in the fire so you can finally deal with something and keep the peace and keep it moving, period. Okay, you might hit a breaking point, some of you guys, where you just can't take shit anymore. And you're like, you know what, whether it's dealing with self or whatever's around you, then it's gonna cause you to react, and it's gonna cause you to also take action. Like I said, we do also have a grand water trine that I'm gonna discuss in a moment, because Mars is in the sign of Cancer, okay? So it's time to really get real with yourself and really demand what you need in your life. So truly, the importance of this eclipse, you guys, this isn't just another day in the cosmos. This is huge. This is a chance to really level up, especially this is our last time that we're going to be seeing Pluto in the sign of Capricorn, which is now retrograde at 29 degrees. So, you know, with all this Libra energy, and it's all playing out almost in the same degrees, planets are conjuncting together. It's like saying, let's cut the bullshit. Pretty much for the most part, okay? It's gonna help you see really what's out of whack for the most part, your self-worth, even your career. So it's a universe saying, hey, here's your chance to reset. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are we doing? Let's get real here. Let's keep it a whole buck. So expect some challenges, okay? Certain things might not go, you know, peaches, creams, and rainbows and popsicle sticks. You may need to put some work in. Whether it's through your thought process, your behavior, your patterns, whatever it may be, whatever's coming towards you, you're gonna see that happen. And this sun feels so good right now. So let's see what else here. So like I said, new beginnings in relationships, all about balance and beauty. Remember, new moons are perfect for a fresh start. So it's kind of like, how can we start over, in a sense, with your love, relationships, work partnerships, reset, smooth things over, you know, put that energy out there. What do you want? With that balance and beauty that we have here, with all these 10 degrees that are happening, restore it, restore everything. What's beautiful to you? What are you grateful for? I feel as if walking in gratitude is going to be the name of the game in order to receive. Okay, so you have that charming energy here, the sun, the moon in Libra at the same token. Right now they're at 10 degrees, but when it's a new moon, it'll be 10-10. Okay, so it's a magnetic, charming, social butterfly energy. So you can really use this, especially if you are in business or you are a content creator or marketer. This is a great energy to network in, you guys. Okay, so use that to your advantage, especially with what's going on, to bring awareness for whatever business that you are tapping into. Now, you know I gotta tell you what to watch out for, right? You know I have to tell you the tea on that, okay? It's not all peaches, cream, rainbows, popsicle stick. Okay, so remember, we have Lilith here, you guys, and 10 degrees, okay, in the sign of Libra as well, at the same token. I did do a video about Libra season. I went deep into Lilith, so go watch that video if you haven't already. But just to give you a little synopsis, Lilith is like the dark energy, the dark feminine energy, and within Libra, it can bring out some deep hidden stuff in your ships that you're sailing right now, whatever relationship you're in, okay? So this energy can make you confront issues, you know, within that. How can you receive fairness? You know, how can we control the situation? How do you feel right now? Are you feeling misunderstood? You know, Lilith doesn't play when it comes to showing you what you've been suppressing, what you've been hiding, what you've been suffocating, whether it's your true feelings or your desires. So you might face some situations, you know, where you got to stand up for yourself, or you just have to sit there and take it all in. Like you got to, like I said, stand in the fire and take in what someone's telling you. Because there's that people-pleasing trap that I was telling you about, okay? Libra energy love to make everyone happy at their own expense. So with this eclipse energy mixing in, especially with the conjunction functions that are happening right now with all the other aspects and planets, you're going to recognize where you've been sacrificing your own needs just to bring peace. Not anymore. It's cool to compromise, right? But not at the expense of you feeling as if you can't be yourself, or not at the expense of you losing yourself, okay? So in the process. So this energy is going to make you aware of where you've been bending too much, and then how can you readjust that? Hey, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So like I said, because Libra can be an indecisive type of an energy, so it's all about now finding the balance. How do you do that? Weigh the pros and cons of a situation in order for you to know if you need to be moving on or not. Because if you're stuck and stagnant, especially if you're stuck in your head with this air energy and you're unable to make a decision, you know, that's that double Libra vibe making you want everything to be perfect, but you're like, how do I go about it? So, oh, your birthday's tomorrow. Happy solar return. So this energy is all about trusting your gut and not overthinking it. It's a lot of grounding that we have to do, especially with the grand water trine. There's so much grounding. We got all this air-headed energy, all this water energy. You need to ground yourself during this time, you guys, okay? Let's actually talk about that. Let's talk about the grand water trine that's happening. We all know Mars is in Cancer, Venus is in Scorpio, and Saturn has been chilling in Pisces. Neptune's also in Pisces too. Yeah, very exhausting, right? It's been very exhausting. I know a lot of you guys with this eclipse energy can make you feel very drained, very tired. Even if you got 8 hours of sleep, you just feel like, oh, I can sleep like a whole half a day, okay? It's the energy that's pulling. That's why we have to find ways to ground ourselves. So back to the grand water trine, okay? So think about it. It's all about deep feels. This is a healing energy that can come about. You know, making moves from your heart. Okay, you're welcome. So if you don't know what a grand water trine, let's kind of discuss that. Okay, picture a triangle, right? Picture a triangle with energy flowing between the planets in all the water signs that I just mentioned, okay? Remember, what is water? Water is all about emotions, our intuition, right? You know, going deep, not on the surface, going deep. It's water, right? So the grand trine means that all these planets are definitely working together very harmoniously, okay? So instead of having drama or tension, you know, they're all supporting one another. So we love that, right? Because Venus is the planet of love and money and relationships, right? And then we have also Mars is our planet of action, right? So these are great things. Saturn is the disciplinary planet. So it's making us, you know, dive into our feelings and make some real changes while not, you know, maybe stabbing someone in the back or stepping on people's toes or, you know, doing strange things for a piece of change or, you know what I mean? So let's talk about those real players that are in this. I'm out of balance, Libra, and it's hard to get balanced again. And this is what we're all facing. This is what we're all going through. Okay, you're not the only one, FYI. So let's talk about the players. Maybe if I break that down, you'll know. So like I said, Mars in Cancer, right? Mars is a planet of action. It's a masculine energy, and it's in a feminine sign of Cancer right now. So Mars is your drive, and while Cancer is all about protection. So it's like protecting your energy at all costs right now is going to be key. Protecting your home, protecting your family, right? Your emotional core with all this water energy. And Mars isn't charging aggressively when it's in Cancer. It's not an aggressive energy, okay? It's making moves based on how you feel, okay? Based on your emotions right now. What feels safe to you? What feels nurturing to you? That's what's going to allow you to be able to make the moves you need to make. Now you add on the planet of discipline. It's Saturn in Pisces, okay? Let's look at that player. So remember, Saturn's all about structure as well, okay? And then you have Pisces. Pisces can be all over the place. It's not just about building things physically, okay? It's all about what is your spiritual structure behind all of these feelings that you're having, okay? Does it make sense? So Saturn in Pisces is definitely helping us to really create boundaries for our emotions and, you know, wellness for our spiritual health, okay? So it's really teaching us to trust the process in what's playing out right now when things feel a little foggy and when you feel like getting a little froggy. Okay, now let's talk about the other player. We have Venus in Scorpio. That just happened. I'm going to do a video on that actually, and I'm going to pull some love cards, so stay tuned for that if you guys haven't already clicked the bell on the channel. So remember, Venus is the planet of love. It just moved from Libra too. So Venus is love right now, connection and pleasure when it comes to Scorpio. Okay, it goes deep when it's in Scorpio. So we're talking passionate, we're talking transformative. You can probably see yourself transforming. You can be a little extra horny, not just with others, but for, you know, also with yourself, okay? So Venus in Scorpio, how do I say this? It kind of wants you to strip away the fake, okay, the facade, the mask, strip away what you've been like hiding for so long and really get real about who you are, what you want, what truly matters, who truly matters, once and for all. Figure it out, okay? So on a collective scale, what does this do for the collective with this grand water trine that's occurring during the solar eclipse and new moon that's happening right now? There's some deep emotional healing that's going on. So if you're feeling unbalanced, why do you feel unbalanced? Figure out the root cause of this, okay? The grand trine, I think of it as like emotional therapy for everybody in a sense, okay? Because Mars in Cancer, which is planet of action, is giving you that courage, right? It's giving you that courage to really face those emotional needs, face those uncomfortable conversations, because remember, we do have Mercury in Libra as well happening right now. So Venus in Scorpio is helping us to really dig deep and it's forcing you to really look at what do you really desire on a soul level, okay? So remember, with Saturn and Pisces having that structure there, you know, that's what's going to make it last, okay? So expect people to finally confront their feelings, to finally admit to what they've been dealing with, what they've been hiding, what they've been using vices to hide. With that, Neptune is also in Pisces energy. Okay, what they've been avoiding. So there's a lot of grief that could be occurring, past trauma possibly as well, and just a lot of emotional baggage, especially in whatever relationships that you're in, okay? However, this can be strengthening your bonds that you have in your relationships right now as well, whether it's romantic, family, friendships, whatever ship you're sailing. It's going to get an upgrade. There's going to be some type of upgrade, especially with that Mars and Cancer energy. Because remember, Mars and Cancer wants us to protect our people, okay, that we care about, right? And then Venus and Scorpio is adding in that intimate, vulnerable piece that's missing. And then you have Saturn in Pisces, which is going to give us that maturity that we need to withstand hearing these conversations and, you know, dealing with the things that we're dealing with right now, whether it's self or whether it's with other people. Okay, so people will be willing to go deep and have those deep conversations with you and commit. Okay, and commit to relationships that feel so good. All right, so lots of emotional boundaries, lots of discipline. Pretty much to sum it up for the most part, you have to be open though. You have to be open, but not in the sense of giving too much of your energy. You have to recognize your value. Do you value yourself enough to pull back your energy when need be? Okay, this trine will push you to set those limits, is pretty much what it is. You're going to learn how to protect your emotional space without feeling guilty about it. You know, someone asks you to do something, you're going to be like, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. I don't feel like doing that. Can we revisit this later? Okay, so tons of spiritual growth, you guys, when it comes to water energy, especially with the Saturn and Pisces that's playing out right now. Whether you're meditating or journaling, you know, spending time reflecting, tons of reflecting going on right now. There's a ton of energy towards pushing you to make healthy habits for yourself and kick the bad ones out. So some of you guys could have, with Saturn and Pisces and Neptune and Pisces, could have had some, you know, addictions that you were dealing with, and now you're removing those, okay? And replacing those with better habits, okay? Instead of being wishy-washy, now you're like, you know what? Now's the time. I need to do what I need to do, or what I said I was always going to do, and be real about it and be consistent about it. Hey, Purple Magic, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. I'm better than amazing. I got a lot of energy and a lot to say. How much time? Okay, we're doing great with time. So pretty much, it's like we're making moves from the heart when it comes to this grand water trine, you guys. Remember, like I said, Mars is all about taking action, but it's not aggressive right now. It's going to be based on how you feel, okay? So as a collective, we're going to be more focused on emotional security, okay? And then taking those steps that align with how we feel, right? Does it feel good? Now, if it feels good, can we go a little bit deeper, okay? Not just looking at something and seeing, it may look good on paper, but how do you feel internally about the moves that you're making, right? Like, for example, you know, I got a grand offer to do something, and I'm like, this looks so good on paper, and it took me a whole, like, 5 days to think about this. I'm like, but internally, it's really not, it doesn't match up with my desires and wants and needs in life. So I had to turn the offer down. So that's just a prime example of what you could be facing. And, you know, this energy is going to cause a lot of people to be a little bit more driven, okay, to make changes in your home life, to make changes in your career, to pursue your creative passions, to get into that connection, start that business, start your emotional healing journey, start that shadow work, get it done, get past it, you know. there could be a little bit of toxicity when Venus is in Scorpio. I'm just putting it out there. And then you have all this Libra energy, the people pleasing. So it can't cause you to be like, ooh, I want to be toxic today. But then you're going to realize, in the end, is it really worth it? You're going to be like, nah. Oh, good. You just dropped your podcast. Awesome. So yeah, that's it. Transformational love is happening with this whole flashlight on connections. Like I said, Venus in Scorpio isn't here for any shallow connections. So for all the surface level people that are in your life, you're gonna be like, it's gonna cause you to realize, see people's bullshit. The masks have been off a long time ago, but maybe you were suppressing yourself or using vices and things of that nature, or putting on your own mask or a facade, or having people meet your representative that you kind of had rose-colored glasses. You didn't even peep game on that to see, oh, this is who this person really is. Like business partnerships, work people, maybe even family and friends and things of that nature. But if it's not real, you're just not with it. So this trine is definitely going to push people to go all in, especially when it comes to love, or just let it go. Are you going to go all in, or are you just going to like give up? Like, what are you going to do? Okay. Especially if it doesn't feel real or authentic, I should say. Okay. So whether it's romantic, whether it's self-love, what are you doing for yourself? What have you been suffocating your goddamn self? What have you been hiding, from the world, or from you, who you truly are? It's going to be revealed, whether you like it or not. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. So it's going to strip away all that superficial shit, and force you to go to your heart chakra, and see what really matters to you. Okay. If it's not deep, it ain't gonna last. Let's just keep it a whole buck. So what? What did I see? You said this earlier. Okay, so now what I want to do is, for you personally, let's tap into rising signs, you guys. Okay. I'm going to give you a rising signs intro. Hopefully you know your rising sign, and I'm going to tell you what's currently you could be facing right now, and how to alchemize this energy with all the aspects that are playing out during the solar eclipse, with the new moon, as well as along with this grand trine energy. Okay, so overall, if you guys didn't hear the rest, it's really time to focus on your relationships, your inner beauty, and outer if you want to, fix it up, do everything, it's like spa, but finding that inner balance within you. Okay. Just keep an eye out on the shadowy moments, because Lilith, the dark feminine energy, is out to play. Okay. Lilith is going to give us a little bit of that push that we need to set boundaries, because remember, Mars is in Cancer, which is a feminine energy, which is not that aggressive. Okay. When it comes to the planet of action. So some people say Mars is debilitated right now, but to each his own. So this Libra new moon, while having the Sun and Mercury and Lilith there, having their little conjunction function all in the same sign, is going to mix it up for a specific house for you. Okay. For each rising sign. And what I'm going to do, that's the house where you're going to really feel the shift. Okay, and I'm going to break that down for you. So I'm going to tell you what house is affected with each rising sign right now, what kind of energy you could be going through, or will probably come through if it hasn't already. Okay, and how it works, meaning how can we work with the energy and not work against it, which is alchemizing it, using the planet that rules that house. So let's kind of tap in. And I'll also do timestamps for you guys at the end of the video. That way, if you are watching live right now, you're going to have to listen to the whole spiel until I get to the reading, because I will be talking about love, relationships, money, and career, and self, pulling moon cards, love cards. You want to stay tuned and tapped and turned off for that momentarily. Okay, so let's pull it up, you guys. Let's see. Okay, Aries rising. So Aries rising, this looks like this is going to be in your 7th house of partnerships, okay, relationships. So really what's happening right now for you, relationship really is the name of the game for you during this time. It's really all about you having a cosmic makeover in all of your relationships right now, okay? The 7th house is your one-on-one connections. Think of it like that. What are your one-on-one connections? So having this stellium that's playing out right now is really making you, it's forcing you to look at all your partnerships. Like you probably have scenarios that are playing out to where it's forcing you to really deal with, okay, this person's gonna come up, this person's gonna text you, this person's gonna call you, this person's gonna pop up, this situation's gonna happen at work, this is gonna happen around. It's forcing you to deal with these things really close, okay? So whether it's a boo, a business partner, or your friends. Now, how to alchemize this energy, Aries rising, what you're going to do is Venus rules this house, right? And we all know Venus is in Scorpio right now at 11 degrees. So Venus is all about, you know, love, money, harmony. So the key here, what you want to do is use that Venus energy to find balance between what you need and what others need, okay? Without sacrificing self or people pleasing. Okay, so don't let Lilith push you into, you know, being selfish, okay, or making you feel like you have to rebel or get revenge for the sake of your connection. So use this charming energy, but assert yourself. You have to be very assertive and figure out what's important to you in that connection, the one-on-one connection that you're dealing with. Of course, you're gonna have multiple, so it's gonna be a while. It's gonna take a minute for those ones. Those might have some lingering energy. Remember, eclipse energy lasts. We're gonna be months in this eclipse energy, guys. Okay, Taurus rising. So Taurus rising. This is gonna be in your 6th house. Libra rising in the building. Taurus rising is going to be in your 6th house, okay? You know, health, your daily grind, 6th house energy. So this is like your routines, your work ethic, your habits that you're making, are they healthy? So your health is definitely on the chopping block. Anytime anyone has a 6th house, I always say cook at home, watch what you're eating, no sugar, like try and like lessen things that really aren't great for you. Okay, so it's time to really evaluate how you're showing up in your day-to-day for you. Okay, but with Lilith here, I gotta add it. You might feel a little, you know, you might feel like you want to, no, I don't want to have vegetables today, I want to have a fat burger, right? So no, I don't want to work out today, I'm going to sit on the couch all day. Now it's cool to have resting days, but make sure that one time can turn into like, oh, I'll do it just this one time, and then it turns into like every single day. So be careful of creating new habits that aren't so good for you. So how are you going to alchemize this energy? So Mercury actually rules this house, okay? This is a Virgo house, so you have to really think logically. Mercury is also in Libra right now at 11 degrees. So I think I did a video on Mercury and Libra, didn't I? I don't know. I gotta check, or I might have to record it. But communication with yourself is gonna be key. I always say this: the most intelligent people talk to themselves out loud. Okay? You could journal, maybe make a list of what's working for you and what's not working for you. Put out your results. That way you can see everything. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to do that because that didn't work. I'm going to try this, right? So use that mental energy to really create some new routines for yourself, and ones that actually serve you, okay? Not the ones that make you feel like crap and keep you in a trap. Ooh, that kind of rhymed. I didn't even mean to do that. Ah! Okay, Gemini rising. This is happening in your 5th house of fun. This is the fun house, the creative house, okay? This is a romantic partnerships. Yeah, I can't even get that up. So, yes, you want to have fun, you want to create all the love, all the joy, all the things. But remember, with Lilith in the mix, there's some shadow work you need to do, okay, around how you may be seeking attention, how you may be seeking pleasure, okay? So, you know, do you feel like you can fully express yourself? You know, it's time to really shake that off. Now, how are you going to alchemize this energy? Well, for the most part, the 5th house, this is a Leo house. The sun rules this house, okay? And the sun is in Libra right now. So the sun wants you to shine, clearly, right? We're in Libra season. So what you have to do is own your creative energy, learn how to transmute energy, okay? Something that's down, bring it up, transmute it into something that's good for you, okay? And allow yourself to be seen, okay? It's a sun house, so you can't hide your light just because you're afraid of someone judging you. You can't hide your light just because you're afraid of getting rejected. So you got to be bold. You got to take the stage. That's why Leos, you know, give me the mic, give me the lights. You know what I mean? Don't apologize for wanting to feel joy in life, period. Cancer rising. Okay, Cancer rising, this is happening in your 4th house, okay, of home and family, all right? So what's happening here, your home life is probably, you know, and your family dynamics is getting a huge reset. You could probably notice people's schedules are changing, or the chores are changing, or the way you guys used to do things at certain times and routines. Oh, it's all getting shaken up, honey, okay? So this could mean physical changes could really occur at your home. Like you could even start redecorating things. Lots of emotional shifts too within the family dynamic, conflicts, even how you connect with one another. You could be getting closer to family members and kids and whatever, or lovers. Or you can be kind of like, oh, okay, this is unbalanced. What do we need to do to fix it? Because remember, you have Lilith there as well. So Lilith might force some deep-rooted issues to really come out, especially around, do you feel safe? Do you feel accepted? Okay. So how are we going to alchemize this energy for you, Cancer rising? So we all know this is a moon house. So that's good, right? Cancer likes to be here. So the moon rules this house. And the moon right now is in Libra. Okay, it's a new moon at that. So you're going to need to plant some new seeds at home to build a strong foundation for support, stability, and safety for yourself. But remember, with this new moon energy and having this be a moon house, it's going to be all about your emotions and your intuition. You're going to be able to lean into those feelings. What are you feeling? Is there anything there? Okay, and that's what's going to cause you to take action, because Mars is in Cancer. So don't let your feelings overpower your decision making. Is going to be tricky. Okay, remember, think about something first, cry it out, and then when you feel better, then the next day make a decision. Okay, so create emotional safety for yourself and really set boundaries where it's needed. Also, let yourself nurture others. Okay, I know sometimes when you feel kind of down, you're like, oh, I don't want to be around anybody or do anything. Well, it may help just to, you know, give a hug, a smile, how you doing, or how can I help? You know, that may even make you feel a little bit better. So just make sure you're taking care of your own needs though. Okay, moving on. Leo rising. I definitely talked to myself out loud. Leo rising, this is happening in your 3rd house, okay? You know, this is a house of communication, you're thinking, learning, things of that nature. So siblings even. Your immediate environment is going to be your focus right now. So you might feel the urge to really speak your truth, really say what's on your mind. Because remember, with Lilith being in Libra, that's right there, that can really bring some friction, okay? You might feel silenced, muted, misunderstood. So, or someone can misunderstand you, or you can misunderstand them. So how are you going to alchemize this energy? Well, this is a Mercury house. Mercury actually rules the 3rd house of communication. This is actually not that bad for you, Leo rising. This is home for Mercury. So it's all about having clear, direct communication, saying what you mean, saying exactly how you feel without beating around the bush, without being too harsh or brass. Okay, so use that Libra charm to really smooth things over if there is any tension that arises. You know, you gotta learn how to finesse in this house. Okay, don't be afraid to learn something new either if you feel stuck in your thinking. Okay, Virgo rising. Virgo rising. Oh, snubbity. This major shift with all these planets in Libra is happening in your second house of money. The things that you value, okay? So what's happening right now? You could be your self-worth. You could be like, okay, am I worthy of this? Am I worthy of that? Okay, your self-worth is going to be under a microscope right now. Your relationship with money is under a microscope right now, okay? Lilith being there may make you feel like you're not being valued, or it's showing you where you're not being valued, okay, the way that you should be, especially if you've been putting other needs before yourself. So how do you alchemize this energy right now, you guys? Okay, well, we all know Venus rules the second house. Venus is in Scorpio. So how do we do this? So it's all about, first of all, knowing your worth, right? Knowing the value that you bring to yourself and other people, and making sure you're getting what you deserve. This is how you're going to alchemize it, okay? Whether that's in relationships, whether this is at work, I don't know, whatever you got going on, just don't undersell yourself. Don't dumb yourself down, okay? Balance your spendings, balance your savings, you know, because remember, it's about money too. Treat yourself a little bit, but don't go overboard and be like, damn, I can't even pay my car payment. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? So have a little balance there, right, with your money. So it's time to really shift all of those things for yourself. Okay. Libra rising. Where you at? I know I got a Libra rising on. First house. Clearly your first house is getting rocked. So your identity, yourself, okay? This is you. It's all about you. Why? Oh, you. Okay, this is a big one. A big one. Your whole identity could shake the room and nobody could recognize you from your aura, your energy, how you speak, how you talk, how you walk, how you dress, how you act, your belief system, your morals, your values. It's like you're getting a reset, refresh. But remember, Lilith is there, so you might feel a little rebellious, especially, or, you know, getting a little bit of revenge, especially how people treated you, you know, or how people perceive you. You might put a wall up, okay? So it's really time to step into your power and really show the world who the fuck you are. Flaws and all, okay? It's that huge. Let's talk about how to alchemize this energy. Well, we all know Venus, you know, rules your chart. So we got to lean into self-love and balance, right? This is a big one for you. You're really meant to create. You're really meant to create harmony. You're really meant to just be a creator. You're really meant to be charming. You know, you can't fake it for anybody. Like, you just can't do it. So you have to own your authentic self. Really, like, this is like, really own it. Even if it doesn't fit the mold, you know, that people expect. Like, oh, I didn't know you knew all that. I didn't know you knew that. I didn't know you could do that. It's like people painted this picture about you and they get so shocked when you open your mouth or when you do some type of skill. It's like, well, you wasn't checking for me, so I'm great. I'm fantastic. Like, I can do all of these things. You know what I mean? So that's what's going to be coming. That's just how you alchemize it. Show them what you're working with. You know what I'm saying? Show them what you're working with. Scorpio rising. You hit the nail on the head. Self-love. I just said this on TikTok. Oh, you did? I need to watch your video. Scorpio rising. This is hitting your 12th house. This is a Pisces house. So this is like your subconscious. This is all about healing. This is all about hidden things as well, okay? So you can imagine what these eclipses rocking your 12th house, revealing your subconscious, like I said, spirituality and healing. So Lilith might come drop off some deep, dark stuff that you've been avoiding, honey. Okay, you might have been avoiding expressing how you feel. You might have been avoiding telling someone what they've really been going through, what you've really been going through, what you've been hiding. It's like the curtain has been yanked off the window and you're naked. So this is a shadow work phase for you, Scorpio rising. Okay, whether you like it or not, there's some deep shadow work that's happening. So I recommend you paying attention to your dreams, journaling, dissecting those dreams because they could have messages for you. Any moments where you feel like there is, numerology involved, things don't happen, there's no coincidences in life, okay? There's a lot of serendipity that could be occurring out. Lots of messages and signs and synchronicities that could be playing out for you. So how are you going to alchemize this energy? So Mars is what's ruling your chart since you're a Scorpio rising. But since this is a Pisces house, aka I say Jupiter. People like to say Pisces ruled by Neptune. You can say one fish or the other, however you want to do it. So it's really time to go deep. All you have to do is really sit on what you've been hiding for so long and face it. Let it hang out. It's like, I'm coming out. It's like, come out the closet. Any hidden fears that you may have, feeling like you're getting judged or whatever those fears were, it's like you got to hit everything head on right now. Use that Scorpio energy as determination to heal those old wounds so that you can go forward in life. The thing about the 12th house is you cannot run from the darkness, let me tell you. It will creep up on you. So this is your time to really embrace it. Just don't get stuck there. Talk about it, figure it out, let it out, whatever you got to do. This is where you're going to transform internally. And then this is where you can be like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Literally. You're going to rise way stronger than ever. And you're going to be like, oh shit, I did that. Right? Moving on. You're awesome. I love. Right? You shock people. Don't boost me up. Sag rising. So Sag rising is happening in your 11th house. Okay. So we all know this is friends, community. So your friendships, your social circles, hopes, dreams, your future are definitely getting a revamp right now with this energy that's playing out. But remember, Lilith is there, so it's going to make you feel like you could feel like you're an outsider looking in. Like your goals could be clashing, or people around you could be clashing with them, like you're just not getting along with them, and that's all happening for a reason. Shit's getting shaken up because of the eclipse. So how are you going to alchemize this energy? Well, since, this is a Jupiter house, okay, think big. Go big or go home, because if your current social circles that you have right now are not supporting you, they're not allowing you to elevate, to grow, you might need to find new people that really align with your vision. Now, another important piece of this is not telling you to find people that do exactly the same things you do and do only of what you do and speak the way you speak and dress the way you dress. No. You need to meet people that are exactly who they are. You're exactly who you are. It could be polar opposites, but for some reason you guys come together. Okay? That's true alchemy right there. So it might be time to find new people. This might be very difficult at this day and age. Let me tell you that. I'm keeping a whole buck. But don't let anyone box you in. Sag rising, you guys like to be free. So, you have to be optimistic, open-minded, whatever your vision is, you're going to be able to attract the right crew as long as you're focusing on self, and go after your dreams unapologetically, and whoever's coming in while you're climbing up, bam. Some people might be there for a season. They might be there for a whole reason. You know what I mean? You never know. Okay? Moving on. Cap rising. This is happening in your 10th house, okay? So your career, your public image, you've probably been thinking about it. It's all in the spotlight. What do you want to do? Where are you going to go? How are you going to do it? How are you going to stay in your bag, right? So Lilith might stir up some feelings for you. You might get rebellious, go against authority. You're not listening to them. You're your own boss. So that energy might come out. Like big dick CEO energy will be bursted out in any situation that you feel confident, especially if you have the skill set and the knowledge to do it. You're just going to do it without asking any questions. That's the vibe. If you're feeling frustrated, or if you're feeling like you're not getting recognized for your hard work, then that's going to be an issue for you, right? So how can we have this energy work for us, right? How to alchemize this? Well, with the 10th house, Libra rules this house. Saturn rules this house. So with this house, Saturn loves structure, loves discipline. Like, it's time for you to set goals, make plans, put out a calendar. What are you going to do 30-minute increments of your day? How are you going to create new habits? It takes 21 days to create a new habit, 21 days to remove one. So how are you going to become consistent? If you want something to happen within your career and your reputation, well, you got to get consistent, you got to stay persistent, and you have to keep going no matter what happens. So giving yourself a little bit of structure, being more disciplined to reach your long-term goals is going to be the name of the game for you, okay? So you got to stay focused. Well, not you have to, but I'm pretty sure your focus is going to be on your career path. How can I really make my dreams a reality is probably what's going on in your head, okay? So you're doing all the things that you can to make that happen. And even if Lilith wants you to throw in the towel, sometimes you're like, oh, I'm over this, or oh, this is not going to work. We all have those moments, right? Or oh, this is overwhelming. Set boundaries with your bosses, with any other leaders that you could be around, if any authoritative type of figures that could be trying to sway you if needed. Stay on the course though. Don't give up. Your hard work is going to pay off if you keep on track with a schedule, consistency, like just not giving up no matter what. Just being a little bit more disciplined is definitely going to help you during this time. You're going to see some major changes if you continue on the route, okay? Aquarius rising. Oh, there's So this is happening in your 9th house. So pretty much right now, any travel plans that you have, you know, just be a little cautious when you're traveling. Your belief system, morals, values, okay? Any educational goals, higher learning. You could be wanting to learn something new. Books, reading, tapping in, going there, you know, going on adventures, okay? So Lilith might make you question, what are you currently, like, it's kind of like looking at the world right now. It's like, they've taught me this my whole life in school. Now that you're older and you're able to understand, you're like, all that was lies and it was wrong. And my education level is not even that high. So it's like, it's kind of that shift that you're having right now that's going to transform. What you really thought was true, reality, now you're questioning it. Okay, so you're going to get a whole shift on your worldview right now during this time if you haven't already. You're probably looking at everything that's playing out like, man, I knew that. You know, I knew that wasn't a conspiracy theory. Now here's the truth. It's like getting revealed right now in your face, right? So you're going to really push free from, you're going to break free, I should say, from any limiting beliefs that you may have. So how do we alchemize this energy for you, Aquarius? So let's see. So Jupiter rules, well, yeah. So Jupiter rules the 9th house, okay? Since this is a Sag house. So you have to use this energy to expand. Remember, Sagittarius energy, Jupiter likes to expand, make things bigger. So now it's time for you to think outside the box. Allow those conversations to come in where people can educate you on something. You know what I mean? It's not saying you have to believe everything you hear or see, but it's also good to just expand your mind with listening, okay? Altering, you know what? You might be right. Let me go do some research on that. So you might learn some new things, especially if you're studying or reading new books. I don't know, maybe some new courses, whatever it is. Even during your travels. You're like, oh, they said, if I go to this country, it's going to be like this. It's totally different. Oh my God. You're going to be so excited. You might even start a YouTube channel and tell the world about it. But, so you're going to be opening, or you should open your mind to new experiences and also new perspectives is going to be the name of the game for you. So, you know, I know you're used to probably doing what feels safe. Well, no, it's time to make sure you're breaking away from what's truly been limiting you, okay? And people could be limiting you too, especially like baby boomer people. So it's gonna be, it could be an uncomfortable growth spurt that you could be going through, but it's gonna be well worth it. Last but not least, Pisces rising. Yeah, the solar eclipse got us Pisces excited today. So Pisces rising, where are you at? 8th house. So this is going to be in your 8th house. This is a deep, transformational house, just FYI. So deep, intense. God, this is a Scorpio house. This is a Mars house. Okay, so deep, intense energy around your intimate connections. Okay? Yes. Your intimate connections. Also, you're going to be thinking about, you know, how you share money with other people. Like, you know, the money coming together, like any resources that you share with other people. Like, that's going to be a theme for you during this time. Sharing time, space, energy, money. Okay? So even death or rebirth types of themes may play out. Like, it might be death to the old you and then like rebirth of the new you. Could be another phoenix rising from the ashes kind of a spiel. So with Lilith there, it's going to start stirring up some shadow shit. Okay, some shadowy shit is going to come up, forcing you to confront it. It's going to be so uncomfortable, but that's what's happening for you. Especially if you, excuse me, especially if you've been avoiding certain things, people, places, and things, especially in your intimate partnerships, relationships, or even your finances, okay? So how are we going to alchemize this? Remember, Mars is in Cancer. This is a Mars house, right? So what you want to do is take action, number one, and be fucking courageous, unapologetic. And this isn't the time to really sit back and like watch everything just happen. Like, oh my God, what do I do? Because you make it analysis paralysis or whatever, whatever that hell word is, right? You might get stuck, like Chuck, just chilling, like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know, I don't want it, right? So you're gonna have to really figure it out, okay? You have to put one foot in front of the other. So with this energy, focus and confront your fears, any anxiety, okay? Like, your shadow is gonna be right next to you, playing ball, okay? So don't be afraid to really let go of what no longer serves you. This is when you can truly transform. Yeah, stuck like a deer in headlights. So this is when you can truly transform and really dig deep. Like, now's the time to do it. So pretty much all in all, you guys, no matter what your rising sign is, for all of us, this Libra stellium, along with this grand trine that's happening right now, is definitely giving us a chance, to pretty much reset. It's like, beep, we've all clicked the reset button, even if we didn't want to. We accidentally hit it with our elbow or something. Like, it's just happening. It's just happening. We're all getting a reset. We're all recalibrating, pretty much. What new seeds are you going to plant now? Okay, what's already there that's worth putting the time and energy, sweat, blood, and tears? And what's not worth the time and energy, blood, sweat, and tears? Okay, so it's really a chance for that. It's not going to be all sunshine, rainbows, and popsicle sticks, let me tell you. Sorry to disappoint if anybody told you it's going to be easy, because like I said, we have Lilith is chilling hard in the 10 degrees with all the other planets. Sun is 10 degrees, Libra's about to be 10 degrees. We got Mercury right next door at 11 degrees, okay, all in Libra. Even if you're looking at Scorpio's 11 degrees, you know, everything's just kind of like in those middle stages. Mars is 15 degrees. So it's still some time. So allow yourself some time to breathe and rest, to, you know, if these hidden situations surface, you have the time and energy to deal with them, okay? And depending on what house I just talked about during this new moon, you're either going to feel it in your relationships, you're going to feel it within your self-worth, you're going to even feel it in your career, your environment. It just all depends on where it's going to hit harder for you, okay? So make the best of this powerful time, especially too, like I said, this is the last time we're going to see Capricorn in the sign of Pluto. Pluto likes to shake things up, power, control, all of these things. You guys should watch my Pluto and Capricorn video. I really broke down what it did, you know, globally speaking, on a global standpoint, what happened before. It's giving, we're low-key repeating what, I'm going to go there, but that's what it's giving, okay? All right, who is ready for a collective spread? Lila chilling with her feet up. Reset what? are your healthy boundaries? Right. It's a grand stellium, let me tell you. Okay, guys, so let's kind of pull it up. I'm going to start off with some, let's do Tarotstrology first. You know, we got to pull out the message. Okay. What is the collective message that we all need to hear? I swear the sun moves super fast. It was like beaming on me in the beginning of the video, and now it's like, what? So fast. I feel like time is like, I don't know. Where's time? Like, I know time is a construct. Like it just literally doesn't exist. Anywho, let's get started. What are the collective messages for this new moon solar eclipse that we all need to know? What do we all need to know? Dang. Collective for this new moon Libra. Well, it's so funny what has popped up. I'm reading in order. Cancer energy has come out with the number 7. 7th, if you think of the house of relationships, right? The Chariot is coming in. It's literally like tap into the driver's seat. Take control of any situations that are occurring in your life right now at this time. Really. Make things very clear, or you may be able to see things very clear as you go forward. It's going to be very black and white what you need to work on. Especially this could be house 7, like I said, relationships. That is the focus. Whatever ship you're sailing in, side piece ship, situationship, business partnership, love ship, whatever ship it is. Even a self ship, the relationship with your goddamn self. How are you talking to yourself? Your inner thoughts, okay? However you want to think about it. And it's also telling you to be a little bit gentle as well with that Cancer energy. Okay? So it's like, get in the driver's seat. Now's the time to really, like, say what you gotta say so you can move forward. Okay? Reveal what you need to reveal. Like, let it all out. Cry, boo-hoo, punch a pillow, whatever you need to do to let it out once and for all to move forward, and then you will receive justice. What? In Libra season, of course, Justice card comes out with the number 11, which is a master number. Let me tell you. This can even pertain to your social connections, social groups, networking, all of the things. You will just receive some sort of justice if you allow yourself to be open-minded and seek balance where need be. Now, no people pleasing, okay? Not that indecisive shit. No, when you stand on your ground, you stand on 10 toes, put your crown on, like stand on business, you can make some real shit happen. And this is Libra energy. And we're in Libra season. So you will receive justice. This is really good, especially if you're dealing with court systems. This is a positive outlook for you. You will receive a yes, or something in your favor is going to be happening. It may not happen the way that you thought it would, or the timing or whatever, but it's going to happen. Okay, and remember, this energy could linger for a while. I don't have any specific dates or times, okay? But just know, balancing the scales is going to be key. You may even see your heart is going to feel so good. You're going to feel so yummy. You guys might see, I'm getting like feathers walking in your path, or you might see a feather fall. That's a sign like your angels or your guides, ancestors, whoever is really guiding you. It's also a confirmation for you as well. Now, we do have 10 of Cups in reverse, okay? Like I said, you may need to, on that elevator up, remember, there's going to be people that were key players. Remember, you are the star in your movie. Everybody else is a co-star, right? So as you go on this elevator up, sometimes you got to drop some people off. And that's what may happen, okay? To have a new beginning. The number 10, ending cycles once and for all, or it may be hard to end those cycles. Like you might have to tell your boss, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to quit because I'm starting my business. Bye. Or you might need to tell, you know, that relationship, you know, it's just not equal right now. Like, you're not filling my cups anymore. Like, you don't feel anything anymore. Bye. right? Friendship, business partnership, relationship, whatever it is, it may need to go for you to have this new beginning. I'm just saying. And this is Mars energy. You may need to take action. And this is like, you know, some may not want to take action. It might be very hard, you know, because you're so used to living in your south node, all of us are, with what's comfortable, that we kind of just, you know, became passive aggressive. Like, you know what? Oh, it's all right. It's all good. Whatever. And then it happens again, and then it happens again. So that passive energy is out the door. With the Libra here, I mean, Lilith in Libra with the solar eclipse and moon, Mercury, all that shit in Libra, it's forcing you to not be like that anymore. It's like, you know what? If you're going to do this, then I'm out the door. Or if you're going to continue to do that, that's great, but I'm not going to be here to witness it. Like, it's forcing you to put your foot down and set boundaries, okay? So this is what could be playing out. You might lose some people along the way. They always say it looks lonely at the top. You can't bring everybody with you on the elevator up, but you can always bring it back down and go revisit when the time is right. So tons of healing. We do have the star card here that came out as well. Tons of healing. An infinite amount of healing is what all of us need to be working on. There could be situations, like I said, deep, dark energy that could be arising within your connection, since Venus is in Scorpio right now, and Lilith is also chilling in Libra with the eclipse that just slapped on it. So it's not playing, no games right now. It's like, do your shadow work, do the work, get over it, figure out a solution so you can move forward. And I literally just said all of this, and the cards are just reconfirming, right? So let's bring up money and career. I literally just said how it was in my confidence to speak on my videos. You're definitely on point. I'm waiting on the video to upload. Nice. Kind of just because light travels. Questionable. 4th house is where your moon is. That's good. That's a moon house. Nurturing the inner self and take out the spirit, element of the spirit. Yes. Okay, let's see what we have for money and career for the collective for this new moon. What is fun? I like that. Ooh. So some of you guys might be, we do have the mask that popped out. Some of you guys might do laundry and end up finding like a stash of cash you didn't know you had. You might get checks in the mail or random deposits. Hold on. Let me turn on the AC really quick. Where's Jax? Jax? I'm just checking to see that you didn't go on the roof. Okay, you guys, I don't know if I told you, but it's been 102 over here. Okay, where are we at? Yes, some of you guys might find money in weird places or receive it. You didn't know you had it. You didn't know it was coming. Some of you guys might be saving as well for something in particular. Hopefully there's no theft that's happening. Hopefully no one's taking anything from you, but it could be a possibility, you know, with everyone in this whole Libra's all about aesthetics and money and getting it right. So it's kind of like, if you think of the surface level bullshit that could be playing out, well, a lot of people, you know, could be luring their way and manipulating to get what they want, which sucks. I see the world kind of been doing this, but it's all getting revealed. So we're not going too deep on that. But we do also have the rose that fell out as well. So many of us are going to get a financial relief. Okay, like I said, you might find some money. Someone might be like, you know what, I'm going to give you a discount. Or you know what, you can have that for free. Or you know what, I'm going to take care of you now. One hand washes the other. This is for the favor that you gave me, you know, a long time ago. Okay, just being content. It's like, okay, I got my bills paid. I got the rent paid, the car paid. We got food in the house. I'm good. I can't go on vacation right now, but everything else is legit. It's kind of that energy too. It's kind of a loving energy. Excuse me. When it comes to the rose, like you're just going to be grateful for what you do have right now and not think about what you don't have. Okay. So I like seeing the treasure for the collective. Worry-free finances. A lot of you guys are materially wealthy already. You just might be missing a few things. You know what I mean? Some of you, like major things, but a lot of you guys might not be materially wealthy, but you may have tons of abundance in your bank account, but it's like, what do I do with all of this? What's happening? Okay. Some of you guys have money in reserve that you can't even touch yet. Okay. Some of you guys might end up having excess money. Like, okay, what do I do? Now I really need to think about this. What should I really invest in instead of just throwing your money away? I feel like many of the collective, you guys are going to be looking at your finances as, you know what? I'm going to buy things that are long lasting, that are of good quality versus buying anything cheap. Okay. It's going to be more so as far as it's going to go towards yourself, like as far as like health wise is what I'm gaining. Also your home, your environment. It's like you're going to be thinking more deeply versus buying a pair of, you know, sneakers in a bag and shit that you don't need. You know, you're really going to be thinking, actually, instead of going out to buy food, let me go get all the tools and buy all the shit that I need to build my own garden. That's what that looks like. Okay? That's the treasure of it all. You know what? I don't need to have this huge house right now. Let's downsize, but let's get a little bit more land so that we can have a farm and we can have animals. You know what I mean? It's going to be looking at your money in a different way. Okay? We do also have the turtle that came out. So right now it could be money could be trickling in. It's coming in. It might not be huge chunks, but it's coming in and it's paying, like I said, it's paying your bills. It's getting you gas in the car. It's getting you to point A and B. You're able to buy yourself some things, do X, Y, and Z. So it's there. It's steady progress. It's just not kapow, but it could be kapow. Okay? So all of you guys are going to be trying to dig deep. Where's this reserve? Where am I finding this money from? How is it happening? The secret stashes, all this stuff. So that looks pretty good. Okay. Oh, as far as career, my bad. As far as career, I'm getting a lot of sales. Maybe there's some hidden talent that you're now going to monetize that no one knew about as well when it comes to the treasure. With the rose, it's like you're going to have job security, or you could be growing in a certain department or growing at your job, gaining new skill sets and leveling up, or being a supportive role in another fashion. This is having multiple streams of income. With the mask, you could be an actor, you could be assisting, or there's some type of hidden potential that could be revealed that you didn't know you had. Like, you could be like, you know what, I didn't know I could, I don't know, you can make something, right? And then all of a sudden people are like liking it, like asking you because you're wearing it all the time. Like, what's that? Oh yeah, I made this a couple weeks ago. Really? And then it's like a big thing. You're like, you know what? I can make this. I can turn to a store and sell it online. Oh my God. Something unknown. And then also some of you guys could be losing a job or leaving a job, you know, or moving away somewhere where there's a job that's actually suited for you and better for you as far as work. I feel like the timing of it is going to be good as well. And it's going to be for the long term. All right. Let's pull up some Moonology. That sounds like music to my ears. I think my grandfather left my mom something as well. I think we need to get a portion as well. They will read the will tomorrow. Oh, snap! Look at that! The sea turtle is your spirit totem? Oh, that's cool that it came out. That means steady progress. Slow and steady. Slow and steady, stay ready. Okay, Moonology, you guys. Get some messages about this new moon. Solar eclipse energy. Do you want to leave the collective with? Okay. We do have your hard work is paying off, and it's a new moon card at that. Okay. And it says new moon in Capricorn on the card, so it's allowing me to believe that if you stay disciplined and consistent with whatever it is that you're doing, it's definitely going to pay off. These are the seeds that you've been planting, or that you're starting to plant, starting to have structure, since Saturn rules the Capricorn energy, and you stay diligent and you keep going with it, it's going to pay off. That's like been a huge sign. Okay. We do also have here mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, so I feel like all of us, our whole lives, it's never going to stop, where you try and think of, what is my purpose? What am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? I feel like we're always questioning these things. If everyone knew, don't you think we'd be in like a world of utopia? Like there'd be like less violence and crime. I don't know. I just feel like if everybody knew what the fuck they were supposed to be doing, we'd all be doing it. We'd all be like super happy, right? Nothing yet is set in stone. This is giving, like I said, things may happen and then you're going and then boom, life kicks in and then you got to figure out that, you got to heal that, you got to solution that, find out this, and then keep trucking and keep going. So it's like you may feel like you're settled in, but with this eclipse energy, your foundation might get a little shaken up. We may have some tower moments. Okay? But it's all about how you react and respond. Now, a bonus, I'm going to do the new Romance Love deck. Okay, so let's do that. Well, I'm Capricorn moon. Oh. Oh. Capricorn moons. What do I have to say about Capricorn moons? I love it. A little hard at first to deal with, but it's workable. Especially because I'm a Cap rising. So I know how to work with the energies different. I just gotta figure out, how do I get in there? And then boom. You know what I mean? All right. Let's do love and relationships. Let's see what comes out, since that's what the highlight is. For the collective. These cards are huge, by the way, too. I wish they were a little bit smaller because I have tiny hands. All right. So we have limerence. Okay. So your desire for another is valid, but do not wrap yourself in obsessiveness, over needing reciprocation from another. You will create your own suffering, breaking your own heart if you do that, right? So if you really think about it, like I said, this relationship wheel that we're in right now, codependency could really be a thing. And also this card, over needing, you know, the reciprocity. If we allow, you know, that being to be that person and you be you and then come together, then it just works out better, okay? Because you're not molding and you're not, you know, not having that obsessive energy that's unhealthy, allowing each other to have space. You're not expecting anything like, oh, I bought you this, so then you should buy me that. You know, like none of that. Like, that's so stupid. Like, if you feel like you want to get something for me, just get it. You know what I mean? And then if I feel the same, I'm going to do it too. You know, if I want to do something for you, right? So that's the energy that we need to be in. Like, don't count favors. Don't expect. Don't have no expectations, okay? Because then you're setting yourself up for failure, period, because you're expecting something that may not even come. Or you think just because you think a certain way that another person is thinking a certain way and it's wrong or something. Or let's say you do something in a certain way, but you ask someone else to do it. You're like, wait, oh, it's not exactly the way you would do it, so you think it's wrong. You know what I mean? So those are like practices that we can't have. If you're gonna say, hey, can you wash the car? Okay, great. The way you wash the car, maybe you're a person that you wash it in a methodical way, you make sure you clean up your mess after, boom, bam, pow. Another person, when they hear that, oh, wash my car, yeah, they might wash the car, but, you know, maybe they missed to vacuum inside or wipe down the inside, and maybe they kind of left, you know, all the towels and everything, just threw it in a bucket and said they'll do, you know what I mean? It's like, they still did it, they just didn't do it how you would do it, which doesn't mean it's the wrong way, it's just how they do it. Okay, we all have our own finesse with everything. So give a little grace in your relationships that you have, but make sure you are keeping the connections that are worth giving the grace to, especially your time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears. Or just let them go once and for all. Okay. I just told my mom this earlier. All right, guys, that is your spread. That is it. I will see you on the next one. I may even go back live again once more today or tonight. I don't know. Keep your post notifications on. Also, too, you guys, I had so much content to put out there. It's just, I need to just do it. So make sure you smash the subscribe button and click the bell. I'm going to do all the timestamps right now, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And thank you, all of you guys, for your love and support and, you know, and being live with me, keeping me company. Love it.